commitment to build, or if you're in the process of building, as many are.
We weren't live this whole time. Yes, folks. We're getting in there. We're getting in there. You gotta love that beatboxing. Got one more thing. I'm gonna show a little piece of another video real quick and get this thing started. I think I saw Michelle. I don't know where she went. Trying to get all the hosts in here. In the meantime, I'm gonna show this one again. Yeah, those that handmade theme is awesome.
Lower prices, bigger paychecks. We're getting inflation. We're crushing it.
The holiday message.
I do want to talk about the economy, sir, here at home, and I wonder what grade you would give.
A
plus.
A plus.
Yeah, A plus.
Well, people are buying their holiday presents. They're planning.
Look, don't be dramatic.
Don't be dramatic, guys.
So let's talk about the tariffs. And I want to ask you about something you said this week. Got a lot of attention. You were at your cabinet meeting. You said, quote, I'm going to quote what you said, maybe the children will have $2 instead of $30.
Yeah.
And maybe the $2 will cost a couple of bucks more than they would normally.
Oh.
Are you saying that your tariffs will cause some prices to go up?
No, I think the tariffs are going to be great for us because it's going to make us rich.
But you said some dolls are going to cost more. Isn't that an acknowledgement that some prices will go up?
I don't think a beautiful baby girl that's 11 years old needs to have 30 dolls. I think they can have $3 or $4.
Look, don't be dramatic.
No.
Don't be dramatic.
Selling this stuff. Much of it we don't need. You know, somebody said, oh, the shelves are going to be open. Well, maybe the children will have $2 instead of $30, you know, and maybe the $2 will cost a couple of bucks more than they would normally. But we're not talking about something that we have to go out of our way.
Look, don't be dramatic.
No.
Don't be dramatic, guys.
In order to try and negotiate, some countries played a little cute, and we just gave them right out of a tariff money, cost us nothing, right out of the hundreds of billions that we've taken in. We gave the farmers a little help, $12 billion, and they are so happy. And all they want is a level playing field. And now it's happening, and the tariffs are making them rich.
Look, don't
don't be dramatic.
The president's trip comes as many Americans face economic uncertainties and struggle with higher prices. At the White House Monday, Trump unveiled a $12 billion aid package for farmers impacted by his tariff policy.
The administration says the farm aid package will boost farmers who've struggled to sell their crops while also getting hit by rising costs after he raised tariffs earlier this year.
Look, don't be dramatic.
Just don't be dramatic, guys. That's all we're saying. You know, everything's fine. I $2, not 37. Everybody knows about.
If you've made a commitment to build, or if you're in the process of building, as many are.
Everybody knows that we all buy, $37 to $45 for.
Going to be very rich. It's
Everybody does that.
The new tariffs could raise prices on
They only
popular
need
products
four. They only
like
need
clothing
two,
made in
maybe
Asia,
three.
groceries including coffee, bananas, and orange juice from Brazil facing a steep 50% tariff. And electronics will also be affected. Notably, Trump announced a 100% tariff on all chips and semiconductors coming into the United
Oh,
States,
what a year.
but offering one exception for companies building in the U.S.
Oh,
If you've made a commitment to build, or if you're in the process of building, as many are, there is no tariff.
Standing
None.
next to Apple CEO Tim Cook.
Going to be very rich.
Standing next to Apple CEO Tim Cook. Gonna be very rich.
So we have groceries are down. Energy is way down.
I'll tell you
Energy
what.
is way down.
I'm just going to
It was-
go right to my favorite one, then we'll get this thing started. This will encaptures the entire year, I think, so far. This one encaptures 2025.
A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator.
A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator.
Yeah.
I don't like a dictator. I'm not a dictator. I'm a man with great common sense, and I'm a smart person. And when I see what's happening to our cities, and then you send in troops, instead of being praised, they're saying you're trying to take over the republic.
President Trump and his family are making hundreds of millions, potentially billions of dollars, as Trump and his administration take official actions that benefit contributors and investors.
And this
Just
is
this week, we learned of
2025.
tax cheats, including a man whose pardon was granted weeks after his mother attended a $1 million head fundraiser with the president.
A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator.
The
Right.
Trump Media and Technology Group raised nearly $2.5 billion from 50 institutional investors whose identities have not been disclosed.
A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator.
Right.
The SEC dropped its lawsuit against the cryptocurrency firm Binance days after Binance began listing the cryptocurrency launched by World Liberty Financial, the crypto firm started by Trump's family.
A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator.
Right.
This unprecedented money making by a sitting president and his family, summarized by critics like The Atlantic's David Frum. Nothing like this has been attempted or even imagined in the history of the American presidency, he writes. Throw away the history books, discard feeble comparisons to scandals of the past. There is no analogy with any previous action by any past president. The brazenness of the self-enrichment resembles nothing seen in any earlier White House. This is American corruption on the scale of a post-Soviet republic or a post-colonial African dictatorship.
A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator.
There you go. There it is. There it is.
A lot of people are saying we'd like to see a dictator end like Mussolini.
There it is. Oh, we're joined
I said
by
it.
the
What's up?
Macaroni today. How are you, sir?
Happy.
I'm doing good.
Man, we got Michelle there. We got the Macaroni here. And of course, with me, we could not do a yearly rundown without the. Oh, I forgot all of the things I used to call you. We haven't done it long enough. The illuminated, intelligent, well-informed, illustrious Laura Malcolm.
Hey, Laura.
Man, that was
Oh my goodness. I don't know how long this is going to stream for with all the shit we got to cover.
Oh, listen, what I did was put in the signal too for all of the bat channel people, all of the special operations people. Say, hey, you guys can join in today too.
We love that.
Yeah, Carl Christensen is here, I met him in
Oh,
Washington, D.C.
wow, cool.
Yeah, I met him and his brother, and I've been asking him all the time. I just stopped asking. I should have asked again, but I forgot the name of his brother. But I met both of them, and they were salt of the earth people, man. Salt of the earth people. Really awesome to meet you, Carl. And yeah, I got to give them a big shout out. So
Yeah.
we got 4 people watching now. Hopefully that number is going to continue to grow. But this one is for the members. And if you are a Patreon member, all you got to do is let us know on Patreon that if you want to get on stage or if you have something that you want to say about 2025, something you want to talk about, or just want to say, hey, if you're a Patreon member, you can come on and talk to us in voice or on camera, and we'll talk about it. Other than that, let's get this thing started. It's a long list, and it's not even everything. It's not even everything. It's
from it.
I think this is what we have to do before we start on this list, Laura, because you got a nice list there. I think there's something that there's a moment of the year that happened. Let me see if I can find it real quick. The moment of the year so far, or not so far, but in at the end of the year. Oh, please tell me I can find this thing. The moment of the year was the Vanity Fair,
Oh, yeah.
right? And let's see if I can look at my history. There was an AI version of this, and I think that
There
this
was.
is. You saw that?
No, but
Okay.
saying apart.
Oh, listen, guys, you're in for a good one here. Let's see if I can. Hopefully I can find this. The AI version of this was absolutely, unbelievably. Here it is. Oh yeah, here we go.
Hey, Shark, blessed go to you. It is today, tomorrow. After that, it's Saturnalia, and then Christmas, and then it's Festivus for the rest of us.
The Festivus for the rest of us.
So, is it what day of Hanukkah is it? Does anyone know?
I don't know.
I don't have a clue.
I don't have any clue.
Well, I thought it started Monday, didn't
Okay.
it?
I do not know. But I think, yeah, I have no idea. I'm not going to sit here and say.
No, we'll
the
have
wrong
to
thing.
listen
Yeah,
to
yeah.
everything. What a tragic beginning to their.
Hey, wifey. Hi to you as well. All right, guys.
Okay,
We're
thank you, Shark.
Happy holidays to everybody, and winter solstice and all of that. So here we go. Here it is. This is what we need. This is how we're going to start this thing off, guys. Right here.
For nearly a year, you've called us names and made fun of us.
You've posted your memes and you've made your petty jokes. You've had your laughs at our expense.
But now, after the recent Vanity Fair piece, we think it's safe to say.
It's safe to say.
It's safe to say.
We haven't taken it nearly far enough. Like, look at us.
Like these lips, skin, it's hideous. All this money spent, and I still look like a lizard without lips.
I would kill for your lips. And why do I look so scared?
First of all, we're really not smart. Like, not one of us questioned why the photographer was so close to our faces. If we fumble one interview this bad, how can you trust us?
How can you trust us?
How can you trust us?
How can you trust us to run the most powerful country in the world?
Oh.
Well, you know what?
Oh.
They freaked out over the hideous photos, and the guy that took the picture said, "Well, it's not my fault they look like that."
Right. All I did was put a black and white filter over it.
Why didn't you use a filter? Why would a photographer use a filter? You know,
That's actually her lips. I didn't do that. Those are her injection points. I didn't do that.
Exactly.
Oh my God! And yes,
Photographer filtered out the lizard. What more do you want?
oh, that was too good. Sometimes I feel like AI will save the world. When it's used right, guys. When it's used right, I have a lot of hope for AI.
I can inject a sense of humor into AIs and whatever. Yes.
Oh no.
That's the whole problem with the right wing. They lack that very thing, a sense of humor.
So,
my Tappy Face avatar was created by AI.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
There you go. I like it. How do I get these? Let me see. Can I have the comments on stage? Yes, I can. Oh no. I got to pay for it. Yeah, I got to pay for a special plan. We're not that good yet, guys. Anybody wanting to give some donations, and next year we can give we can put the syndrome on the screen. So let's do this. Laura, give us the rundown. Tell us where we're starting.
In no particular order. I tried to kind of think back, and then it was too painful. But I put down, okay, we had, right off the bat, we had the Doge debacle, the Elon nonsense.
Oh my God.
Who wants to take that one on? Oh, so how did Doge get created? It was one of the first new departments under the new administration, right? It was one of the first things he did after signing all the pardons for the J6 rioters.
Let's take a look back, because I don't even think it was a department. Now it has become a department of Doge, but it was just made up. Departments need to be voted on in Congress, and there was no vote. There was no authority. You can be a cabinet member and be appointed by the president, but what they were doing was in the purview of an actual department, like firing, people from other departments, getting rid of entire departments, getting rid of people's funding, departments' funding, which was something that's also illegal. And what made it legal, or what now is okay, makes it okay, is that all of the stuff that they got rid of without having any problem. And I'm just going off memory, so I'm going to be looking this up while we're talking. But what made it okay was during the only billionaires benefits bill, they accounted for all of those cuts finally. So none of the cuts, none of the money that was lost, none of those departments that just got thrown out by the wayside was legal. None of that. All of that funding is controlled by the Congress, who controls the purse and the funding and the creation and dismantling of departments. None of it was legal. It was just a ketamine addict's wet dream. Because he paid for a presidency, he bought a presidency, probably bought the voting machines that gave him the presidency. He, in turn, came out with his very own department, not approved by the government, and began the quick destruction of America. Anybody else would want to come in after that while I look up and make sure everything I just said is actually what it was?
Well, I think one of the other goals was, as Shark says here, was to rip out everybody's data and other government's secrets.
Yeah, so 100%. That's as you start to find out, like that was probably the main goal, if we're honest, because these Peter Thiels and all of the people, the Elon Musk of the world, are using that data to spy like never before, like no one's ever seen before. Okay, no one's ever seen it this bad, like nothing you've ever seen before. They're spying on us, and in every corner, the machines are everywhere. The cameras are everywhere. And what's the name of the what's the name of Palantir is everywhere. Hey Palantir.
Volunteer.
Yeah, they're watching.
Yep.
That may have been the main thing. Also, let's not forget Elon had a whole bunch of investigations going on for SpaceX. He had been sued and he had lawsuits coming from the government. He was being investigated. All of those were shut down. All of them gone. So how many billions how much did he pay for this presidency again?
270 million.
$270 million. That keeps you out of jail. And afloat.
Allows you to shut down government agencies that are in charge of conducting the investigations against you.
There you go. And that's it. So, I mean, the diabolical plan of Doge. What else do you say? How many people were fired? Let's
271,000 approximately.
271,000 people were fired. And then how many of them had to get hired back because of their incompetence? Oh, it turns out running a government is hard.
Yeah, they had to hire them back and pay them back pay too for when they didn't work. So that's efficient.
Wow.
Yeah. One of the things that bothered me the most was U.S. aid cut. Because this caused literally tens of thousands of people already to starve to death in some of the poorest countries in the world. And we're talking about the richest country in the world that doesn't want to spend less than 1% of the total GDP to help some of the poorest countries in the world. And that's just not, to me, that's just not who we are, And USAID also caused thousands of farmers to go bankrupt and face financial crisis because of the cuts in the aid. So one way of looking at USAID is that it was the greatest farm subsidy bill ever created. It literally saved thousands of farms. So without that money, farmers are going under. More farmers have claimed bankruptcy this year than since when COVID first came around under the first Trump administration.
Oh, so you're saying more farmers have been going underground, have been going underwater and claiming bankruptcy for the most since the last time he was president? And
yes.
Claiming that, okay, got you.
Yes. When COVID hit, we saw farm bankruptcies increase. But under the Doge cuts, USAID and the WIC cuts and USDA supplement payments for local produce being distributed to local schools, all of that was cut.
I was going to say, it wasn't just overseas, it was also helping at home.
Yeah, exactly, Laura. And so with all of these cuts, some of the farmers relied heavily on USAID payments. And so, more There's been more farm bankruptcies this year than there have been in at least 4 years, possibly 5, leading back to when COVID first, we first started experiencing COVID. So it's a terrible thing that Doge has done across the board. But that's something that directly impacts the rural community that voted most heavily for Donald Trump.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This FAFO movement started here with Doge. Like,
Yeah.
that when you, not only was it adversely affecting the people who voted for him the most, but the fact that it also got rid of the people who worked and liked him, the people who were working for these agencies were Trump fans.
Yeah.
Right? They were Trump fans. The Trump fans were fired first.
Yeah.
And then the rural communities that all voted for him in unison started feeling it immediately. And there's another thing that happened that just without the humanity at all, just in terms of politics and policy, the number one thing that USA did besides save lives and allow people who were hungry to eat around the world was make sure that the US was needed and necessary and had a good rapport with countries around the world.
Soft power.
Soft power.
Exactly.
Our soft power was second to none. The only reason why Putin couldn't, Russia couldn't destroy us 50 years ago, the only reason why the only country ever, bold enough to try to attack us was Japan, and paid a dearly heavy price for doing so because we were racist and we didn't see them as human beings. The only reason why America has been America is because it used its millions and billions and trillions of dollars made on the backs of poor people, not for the people in America, but used a little slice of that money to go out to every other country on earth that needed it, so that we were necessary, so that we were needed, so that we could look like the shining city on a hill, even if we were not. And that kept us safe. That kept farmers paid. That kept China from taking over every other country on earth because they have the money too. But now China's building roads in Venezuela, in Jamaica, in Africa. They're building the buildings. They're building infrastructure. And all of the countries that owe China money were the ones that used to owe us a favor.
That's true. And another thing to consider is that some of those countries that are poor now also have vast amounts of rare earth mineral deposits.
Yeah.
And so now those are going to be available to China instead of the US.
Right. Well, that's something we've also got on the list pretty close after all that Doge stuff started, is when they started threatening Greenland and other places for their SCs or critical minerals.
Yep. So who remembers the green? You know what? Wait, before we go there, let's see how Doge ended, and then we're gonna talk about the Greenland. You guys remember that? He was just going on for a minute there, like, I'm attacking everybody. We're just gonna take it over. We're just gonna take over the world in a year. It was crazy. But let's see how Doge ended.
Okay.
Do Doge again.
Would I repeat history or would I? two ways to think about it. One is if you could go back and start from scratch, like it's January 20th all again, would you go back and do it differently? And knowing what you know now, do you think there's ever a place to restart you, not saying others in your stead, you go back and restart doing Doge?
I mean, no, I don't think so. What I do, I think I probably, I don't know.
Would you do Doge again, knowing what you know now?
I mean, the thing is, like, I think instead of doing Doge, I would have basically built, worked on my companies essentially. So, and the cars they wouldn't have been burning the cars.
Thanks a lot, dumbass. Appreciate
That was one big FAFO. His cars in his tank got burned and his stock tanked, and now he got stuck with all these unsold cars.
The only problem is you destroyed America on your experiment.
Yeah.
That's the only problem with that, Elon. Everything else is all good. Except for destroying the country because of your experiment.
Let that immigrant in, and then he poisoned the blood, and he.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Everybody who got fired and everybody who's lost money, I just want you to hear that statement and just sink that in. I should have just worked on my companies. No shit. Is that what you should have done? My God. All right, let's see what we can find on Greenland. I'm trying to keep it light, guys. Trying to keep it light because this year was tough.
It was.
But talk about it. Talk about it for a second, Laura.
Well, sitting up here looking down. Whoa.
Yeah. And Laura
rallied, and so we got to get away from this shit.
Laura was the smuggest motherfucker on earth. Laura and the Canadians were the smuggest people on earth for a
You
good
thought we were
6-7
nice and
months there.
humble, did you?
It was ridiculous. The amount of smugness. I could feel it weighing down on us from up there.
They're so rude. We only wanted to, take them over and make them the 51st state. I mean.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What
do you have to lose? What do you have
That was an elbow up for you, Laura.
Who wouldn't want to be a part of that stuff? Yeah, right. Oh dear. Well,
So-
anyhow, am I supposed to opine on Greenland and Canada? Or,
No, you got it. Canada was it. So you guys, I guess what happened is you guys got smug. That's really what your answer said it all. As you opined from atop there, you realized that you were this close to being where we were.
Oh, yes.
Immediately reversed course.
I'm all too aware of how close we came to that shake. That seems to be almost crushed now. Hopefully.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we're still working on it, but
We are too.
I will say this though. I, as an observer, only because you are on my team, I've been able to observe Canada in a much closer way than I ever was able to before. So
Me
thank
too.
you for that. Thank you for that. But I think you guys have another problem, which is you have elected a financier who will be financiering.
Mm-hmm.
Without question. I can expect that slow roll of democratic norms turning into keeping people rich and keeping natives natives in the bad sense. I see as more money starts to come in from more projects, less input from chiefs and those people that, because the last prime minister, he cared about that and he put in rules in place to keep I see them becoming less and less important with this finance guy.
I don't agree entirely. I see your point. I do. I really do. But Trudeau, yeah, he cared, but he really didn't follow through on a lot of stuff. A lot of it was pretty performance-wise, and the cabinet worked hard to get a lot of stuff done. Yes, but now that he did that stuff and didn't really follow through more, it created this opportunity for leaders like Bob Canoe in Manitoba to say, okay, well, we got this opportunity, let's take it forward ourselves and not rely on the feds. So there's been a lot more, work going on that you maybe don't perceive of from down there. I mean, they're more determined now to keep their rights than ever. They've got a place at the table where to, draw the line and so on, make their own terms. And as far as the financier bid and the big corps working for them, he is partly that. But this is only his first year in, and if he starts to do too much too fast, that's not what the people want. We always have options here, unlike you guys.
Unlike us.
Yeah, and I'm very much aware that he's more of a conservative than a liberal in a lot of ways. Definitely.
You guys see that? You guys sense
why
that?
he got a lot of the support he did from the people that would have otherwise said, "Oh fuck, I got to vote for Pierre, whether I like him or not, because I don't want Trudeau again."
Right.
So, yeah, I can understand your point, but
did you guys hear that smugness though?
Now is getting our defenses ready, because it's not just you guys below us; it's to the north.
Yes. Russia's trying to get in where they fit in with you guys, trying to see whatever they can take because you don't have any help from us. Let's see what this has to say about Green.
We're also realistic.
What do you say?
We're smug, but we're also realistic.
Yes. Well, I like the dig. So you got options, unlike you guys. Like yeah, I know.
Trump is pushing to annex Greenland, reclaim the Panama Canal, and absorb Canada. But why? Some of Trump's allies tell us he's just trolling, but others say these demands are about something bigger: China. In recent years, China has tried to which is home to a large U.S. base and some rare earth mineral reserves. It's also been under Danish control since the 14th century. Trump has called control of Greenland an absolute necessity.
We need Greenland for national security.
Denmark has said it's not giving up control of the island. Trump has not ruled out using military force to acquire Greenland or annex the Panama Canal.
No, I can't assure you on either of those two.
Where the rationale is similar. We've learned that Trump's been told Panama can prioritize Chinese shipping over American shipping. And someone close to Trump's discussions told us that the threats to take the Panama Canal,
The Panama Canal was built for our military.
are really a negotiating tool to get Panama to be more preferable to American shipments over China's. But Panamanian President Jose Raul Molino said in December that, quote, every square meter of the canal belongs to Panama and will continue to be so. He also denied that China has influence over the waterway, something Trump doesn't seem to agree with.
China's basically taken it over.
And then there's Canada. Trump has suggested that Canadians would love to be the 51st state and has even suggested that hockey legend Wayne Gretzky run for, quote, governor. But Justin Trudeau has said there isn't a snowball's chance in hell that Canada joins the U.S. And John Bolton, a former Trump national security advisor who has since broken with him, says it's more trolling, that he's just trying to annoy Trudeau. Still, Trump making all three of these demands is impactful. Sean Hannity and others have already picked up on it.
I kind of like the idea.
Congressional Republicans like Dusty Johnson have already introduced legislation to support them. Donald Trump is pushing to annex Greenland, reclaim the Panama Canal, and absorb Canada. But why? Some of Trump's allies tell us he's just trolling, but others say
Sorry. Yeah, I was talking to my son. They just got in. They just got in from a little what you call it? A birthday party.
Ooh, fun.
Yes. All right, so there you go. Do you guys remember how hard that was to watch? Like, we can't rule out military. What?
Yeah.
Like, did he actually say that? That was wild.
Greenland had to fight in a hurried and hard election too quickly to, you know.
Yep.
And the Nordic alliances happened. Strength got strengthened, and now Denmark has declared the U.S. A threat to their security.
Outstanding. Hey, another great one. What's next on the list, Laura? We're trying to keep ourselves.
Okay, well then we started to get the first hints of ice.
Oh,
yeah.
It just gets better. It just gets better. So we're on topic number 3, YouTube. And we're starting. We just now got to ice.
Well, we went through all the congressional confirmations of the horrible, horrible cabinet freaks, and then came ice.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Yeah.
So, I think that this more than anything else, Doge maybe, well, yeah, definitely on the world stage, Doge was probably one of the most significant happenings of the year, period. Even though it only lasted, 3-4 months.
Long enough
to do the damage. ICE has become the foremost tragedy of this administration.
Absolutely.
The foremost tragedy. In here, you already have Alligator Auschwitz in here. The detention centers, the for-profit detention centers, people are still wondering, why are they going in churches and schools and why are they picking up citizens and people who haven't had anything wrong? The main reason why is because the billions of dollars given to for-profit prison systems that build things like Alligator Auschwitz, but for the rest of America, are getting paid every single time one of these people come in. One of the people that ICE picks up goes into one of their centers.
Oh, and they made their poster boy, poor Alberto Garcia Abrego, and they're still pulling shit on him. I mean, he's just one of how many thousands?
Thousands. We're going to take a look at that number, but
my point was going to be after that, they made him the poster boy with false charges and no due process, and they just they did all that AI. Speaking of, the image, what was that MS-13 bullshit on his knuckles, and the orange man went on 60 Minutes or something and insisted it was real, and
oh yes,
pull all that shit.
We need that. That's the only good thing to come out of this.
Can you pull up a clip of that?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now. This is too beautiful. This is too beautiful.
That was where some of the dementia was starting to shine through too.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Get them out.
They're
We have to
bad
get them
guys,
out fast.
really bad guys. But in our country, even bad guys get due process, right?
If people come into our country illegally, there's a different standard. These are illegal. They came in illegally.
But they get due process.
Well, they get a process where we have to get them out. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the Venezuelans.
They get whatever my lawyers say.
Those tattoos. Oh, you had some tattoos that are interpreted that way. But let's move on.
Wait a minute. Hey, Terry.
You did not have the letter MS-13.
It says MS-13.
That was Photoshop. So let me
That
just.
was Photoshop, Terry. You can't do that. Hey, they're giving you the big break of a lifetime. You know, you're doing the interview. I picked you because, frankly, I never heard of you, but that's okay. But I picked you.
Piggy.
Very nice.
First thing he goes to every time.
Attack the media.
Every time. Well, not just media, with anything or anybody.
Yeah.
The very first thing he goes to, like a 5-year-old, is, hey, hey, 5-year-old, you need to make sure that you clean this up when you're done. You're a meanie anyway, ugly face. That's it. That's all. That's where he goes. That's where he goes every time, right? It's, by the way, did you know that this is the case? Uh-oh, I don't know something. You're an idiot. You're a dummy face. I don't even know who, I never heard of you anyway. That's all he has. He's an absolute child. I want to see some more.
The picture that was shared on the White House's
Hold
Instagram
on.
account on April 19th, where the president is holding up a photo of Gilmar Abrego.
Yeah, there it is, guys. That's what he thought. That's what he thought
Yeah.
was the tattoo in Times New Roman. That's what he thought was the tattoo.
Gang members always like announce themselves too, like that, blatantly. You know.
I mean, as only in the clearest Times New Roman font. Yes, they do. Ah, that was hilarious. But not hilarious was what I think this country never thought was possible, or half of this country, all of it never thought it was possible. Some were overjoyed when they saw it. Most of us were horrified, and that is the turning of federal agents into the real American Gestapo.
Thugs.
The first time we've ever seen masked law enforcement other than the Lone Ranger. In a time when there was no rules. Early West.
Might as well be vigilantes too.
Yeah. It has been a scar. I think that it's going to be a scar on this country as bad as the Japanese internment camp. And around the world, it'll be one that, if it never even goes any further than this, which I hate to say, it more than likely will, because they're not stopping until we stop them forcefully. This will be the biggest, ugliest scar in the modern history of America.
I mean, if you go back even further, it's like slave catchers on fucking mega steroids.
Yeah. So I
They don't want to catch them. They just want to get rid of them. Oh, horrible.
Yeah.
Michelle's back.
Hey, how you doing? So I wanted to find a little clip of some of why this is so horrible. What ICE has turned America into. I have to make a quick run. You guys go through it. I just gotta to talk to them upstairs. I'll be right back down.
Okay.
Let me see here. I wanted to leave you with one of these things, but then I don't want it to keep going. I'll be right back. We're gonna watch something on that once I find it, and I'll be right back. You guys go ahead. I'll be right there.
Michelle, you've been pretty quiet so far.
I know. I'm just kind of taking it all in.
Yeah, it's a lot. I know. I have gummies to help.
Unlike the right, I'm using my expensive beauty ritual for my. That's my expensive treatment.
Yeah, it's that time of year for the chapstick. I
It
like your
sure is.
headband.
Thank you. Yes, I was
Try
being
the
festive.
twinkle.
It's snowflakes. I don't know if you can
Oh
see.
yeah. Yeah.
And I got my snowflake blanket. I had to go get, so I was getting chilly. I'm outside. Apologies. I reminded the family that we were going to be going over year end, and they keep forgetting and popping out.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they're not coming through too much.
Oh boy, I had just got up early today to do a Zoom with a friend in England, and while I was waiting, I was sort of looking around, and then all of a sudden I looked at my ceiling, and there's these big, huge wet spots.
Oh
It's been
no!
raining like shit here for a week, and oh Christ, we had our roof looked at in the fall, but there's some shingles that were a big chunk of them were loose, so we got the guy, my mom's helper, to come and put a tarp over it, and he's gonna fix it this week. But geez,
Has it been windy?
very windy. Our power's been going off and on, and it was off for about 2 hours the other night, and just been flickering the last couple of days. But
Yeah, the only time I ever had a roof leak was after we had just a month of crazy wind, and it just finally knocked it loose. So
yeah. And
glad
it's
you
all
get
been
that
coming this direction, so it just hit that one corner of the house. Yeah. Well, I've been through fires, but I don't want my roof to fall on me next.
No.
Oh yes. Wait a minute. What happened? Oh yeah, that flood.
Yeah, it's been pretty floody up here.
And you guys are okay though, where you are, right?
Yeah, we're fine. Except
Yeah,
for the roof.
we're getting the flood warnings now. My emergency alert went off today about 1:00.
Yeah,
So-
there's a few places, relatively close to us, but in different situations that are getting notices for evacuation or were evacuated. Schools are closed, lots of stuff, but we're okay where we are.
And I don't know how everyone else is feeling, but our weather forecasting is so inaccurate now for
yes.
everything, which I blame Doge for. Speaking
Yep.
of Doge,
Yes, Carl, slides too, mudslides and rock
Yeah.
slides on the highway.
There it is. That's exactly what I forgot. The people who were in Texas.
yes,
Right, those things happen too. Yes,
Those things happen as a result of those.
North Carolina. Where else?
Yeah, we just and this will be coming soon to a podcaster near you. $200 million lawsuit that 21 attorney generals filed against FEMA
Right.
to get our money back. And that was for infrastructure projects to mitigate damage, storm damage, and floods. So we won on that one.
Yay.
Didn't mean to
outstanding
preempt that.
No, that's all right. That's all right.
Well, yeah, BC's been giving our feds hell too for not paying attention and putting in better infrastructure funding or, efforts.
Well, you
So,
mentioned the flooding in Texas. They were supposed to put in high water detection system and warning system, and that was going to be paid for by FEMA. But they didn't do it. They cut the funding, and then they had the big flood. So they're under that same win there. Even though they didn't participate in the lawsuit, they're still benefiting from it.
Yeah, has anything happened with the families of those campers that were swept away, that died? Anybody know?
Not that I know of, because
I don't know.
What happened immediately afterwards was a big push to say, hey, you know what? Maybe we should get some reform in now. and Governor Hot Wheels was like, no, we're just going to close session, and nothing happened.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Typical.
nothing happened. No money, no help. They were supposed to put in. They said, okay, well, now we see that we do need those things that you guys said we didn't need, that it cost too much, right? Even the people who lived there, because they're under the same ridiculous Republican spell. No, well, we don't want the government. We don't want to owe them anything.
That's correct.
We don't want to owe them anything, and that's the video I'm trying to find now. Is because it's imperative. It's imperative that I when we're talking about this ICE, this Auschwitz camp, Auschwitz, alligator Auschwitz over there, when we're talking about what's going on with the dehumanization of Black and brown people, that we also remember that it's FAFO season. I do not want anybody's home to wash away. Not at all. I don't want anybody's home to wash away. I also don't want, especially in North Carolina, what's going on there and the amount of money. I'm glad that they won that lawsuit. And yeah, that story is coming, guys. We got the script written and it will be coming soon. But maybe not just that I don't want it, but on the other hand, many of those same people voted exactly for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to believe. It is hard to believe how self-deluded, how ridiculous people can become with this brainwashing and that FAFO season, boy.
Well, you're right. I recall that the systems that would have warned and prevented that tragedy for all those little girls was approved, funded, and they declined it because they didn't want Democrat money. So those children were lost for no reason. That community was put in excessive risk for a political game. That money was theirs. It was there, and they bid on it.
Can you believe that? I mean,
high detection system and warning system is woke.
and you know, just like all this other BS, the people paying the FAFO, little girls didn't get to decide on that. They did not get to vote. And, you know, so for the sake of nothing, you know, being able to say we did it.
That is the most heartbreaking part.
It is.
Somebody gave you the out. Somebody paid for the out, and you're so deluded. You're so, let's be honest, man. You're so fucking hateful. That's what it is. You disguise your hate in a cloak of Christianity and whiteness is what happened. And the entire Republican Party has people actually believing that because of my Bible and my color will save me from everything else that anybody else wants is of the devil, which simply means it goes against my power. I have extreme and unlimited and unbreakable power by the authority of this Bible and the color of my skin. And so I will even be as ridiculous as to not take your money. I don't need it. You're of the devil, and so I can't take that money. God will protect me. And God gave them exactly what they asked for.
Well, these are the same people that didn't want to wear a mask in COVID or get a shot. And
yeah.
Hey, okay. How are you,
What's
my
happening?
everybody? If you don't know who this is the new artist, art director,
Whatever.
art program director, all the awesome gear that we have here. I don't even have it with me.
Graphics guru.
All the cool new gear, all the new designs have been made by this young man right here.
Young, thank you.
Yeah, yes.
Really young to me.
So what we're gonna do is real quick. I want to make sure that we cover both subjects. We're going down the list, Al, and the first thing what we just got to was ICE, where we were in this timeline.
All right.
And I want to show a little part of a little video because I cannot talk about ICE and what went on with ICE without talking about this FAFSA, without talking about the people that voted for this. And this is a good way to start it.
Alcatraz, an impregnable prison camp surrounded by miles of the most deadly parts of Florida. Poisonous snakes, fierce and hungry alligators. The people in Alligator Alcatraz are subhumans, the worst of the worst. Alligator Alcatraz is going to teach these criminals a lesson.
What's up, YouTube? Drill Sergeant here, and the Lincoln Project is back. Oh yeah, I didn't even show you the half of it. I just showed you a little bit. And what they're good at, I mean, beyond anything else, is reminding us why Democrats are so horrible at messaging. Why are Democrats so gosh darn horrible at messaging? That reason is most liberals, progressives, rather make themselves feel good than win an election. Most Republicans rather win an election than make themselves feel good, because power is more important than your feelings. Liberals and progressives are more invested in how they feel, whereas Republicans realize they need to understand how the other people feel, the constituents feel, and tap into that instead. In this commercial, the Lincoln Project reminds the Democrats of that fact. I'm going to show the commercial. You'll see what I mean. And even as a liberal, I can tell you that as someone who's worked on campaigns before, if I did 1/10 of what these people are doing, I would get the pushback of a lifetime because the candidate wouldn't feel right. Instead of understanding that I'm trying to tap into what the people are feeling, and I don't care what they feel like. And I understand it's because Republicans have been able to shed all semblance of morality, decency, and we're not willing to do that as progressives. Fine. Are you willing to win, though? You see, there were progressives like King who understood what it means to tap into feelings. You don't have to go as low as the Lincoln Project is going. But you have to realize the feeling that they're tapping into, that of revenge, that of justice. You'll see what I mean. Watch this.
Alligator Alcatraz, an impregnable prison camp surrounded by miles of the most deadly parts of Florida. Poisonous snakes, fierce and hungry alligators, miles of unmapped swamps, storms, hurricanes, fierce heat. No one's getting out of Alligator Alcatraz. The people in Alligator Alcatraz are subhumans, the worst of the worst. Alligator Alcatraz is going to teach these criminals a lesson. If you're upset by Alligator Alcatraz, just wait. Because when the Trump era ends, we're keeping it open for the corrupt crypto scammers like Don Jr., who cashed in on the presidency. Keeping it open for folks like Stephen Miller, Kristi Noem, and Tom Homan, who ignore the law, ignore court orders, and deploy masked cops and warrantless raids. We're even keeping it open for the state and federal agents who abuse their power. You built this, MAGA, and some of you will enjoy the view from inside the wire.
Yep. Yep. Now that's tough. This was 5 months ago. This was 5 months ago. And so we're looking now, and I brought this up for the same reason why I'm tying ICE and FAFO together. They built it just like they built this thing that is destroying America. It's built on the backs of Republicans that have been brainwashed by Fox News and Newsmax, and, well, Fox News for at least 35 years, 40 years now. As unfortunate as that is. But here's another part. Here's the other part.
Nobody had alerted them ahead of the flood, and nobody was caring for them afterward. And she was
This
saying,
is the
can't you
flood.
see that we're human beings? In case you haven't seen it, here's just like a little snippet.
This is crazy. I know we're not Kirk County. I know we're not Kerrville. I know we're not San Angelo or San Antonio. But hell, we're human beings.
So I'd filmed that video the night before and then posted it in the morning on TikTok and YouTube. And within a few minutes, I was getting folks in the comments letting me know that that woman's name is Auburn Gallagher and that there is another video of her circulating online. Thank you, Allison, for being the first person that I saw informing me of this. You said, Auburn Gallagher is the same woman who posted about mocking people who were upset about Alligator Auschwitz. That's the concentration camp in Florida. And she said nobody can stop her from buying merch for a concentration camp. And I was like, well, shit, let me go look this up and see if that's true. Yeah, Allison and other folks were right.
I need to make sure you see my face for this shit.
Yep, totally understand why people are super pissed. Because on one hand, here's Auburn, who is putting on this huge emotional appeal, asking people to witness the suffering in her community and to embrace our humanity and extend compassion and care to the people who live in her part of Texas. And on the other hand, we have Auburn refusing to embrace the humanity of immigrants.
So when I said, there are people out there who will hear what I said and say, you know what, he's taking it too far. What does he mean because they're Christian and they're white? What did that have to do with anything? You see, the subtext, folks like me will always know it because we've lived it. The subtext of all of that is 100% correct because the same people who will vote against their own interest, it's not because they just aren't smart with science. It's not because they just don't think that they don't want to owe Democrats. It's the same people who love to see Alligator Alcatraz, who will pay top dollar all of their taxes, every fucking dollar that they have to get that up and buy the merch and go hungry and not feed their children if it meant they could watch it again. They won't tell you that. Instead, they'll just laugh at you on a live stream and say FAFO. That's the people who voted for ICE. That's the people who are okay with seeing it. And if you're a Latino, that's you too. Yes.
I will vote.
Yes.
For Donald Trump. Woo.
I will never stop saying that. Now I will vote. Donald Trump. All of that. The point is, this country has a racist problem. This country has a religion problem. And I'm a Christian. I may be the only one in the group. And I don't besmirch anybody for not being one because the proof is in the pudding of everybody who calls himself a Christian in this country.
When you say Christian, comes down to there's followers of Christ and then there's Christians. Obviously, the other ones are not followers of Christ because I'm pretty sure Jesus was a liberal.
Yeah.
Nationalist follows the word Christian.
A radical.
Right.
Nationalist.
If you go to church to find out who to hate instead of how to love your neighbor, you might be going to the wrong church.
Boom. You know what? That deserves the music. Hold on.
Ooh,
that deserves a shirt. Add
there's
that
the
to
shirt.
the merch
There's the
list.
shirt.
That
Merch.
deserves a shirt.
Merch.
Oh, if you go to church to find out who to hate rather than who to love or how to love, you're at the wrong one.
Yeah.
That deserves this one right here. Hold on. Where's the big boy? I usually find it faster than
Instant merch. Let me know when it drops.
Let me know when that drops. There we go.
I'm liking this
Yes.
Pope though. Like I'm not one for Catholicism or whatever, Catholicism, but I'm liking this Pope. He's kicking some butt.
Oh yeah, me too. I don't know. I guess he's from Chicago, so maybe that's why he's so cool. Because I grew up in Chicago, and I kind of knew that we were better than most folks. So yeah, a Pope from my corner of the world. No wonder he's so good. All right, so that's all I got to say about ICE, man. There's too many conflicting feelings. It is America's. It'll be a stain on America as bad as the Asian and Japanese concentration camps. I won't go as far as slavery because that 400 years of debacle is just kind of hard to match.
Yeah, okay.
But,
I get you. But as bad as ICE continues to be, that's how a lot of the really heartfelt protests started happening,
And that's what I like to see. Now we got some hardcore protesters here in the room. Carl Christensen and his brother, like I said earlier. I met them down in Washington, D.C. I have that documentary. I haven't even really started. I'm just now getting the footage together. But there will be a documentary on those 3 days where we went inside the Capitol on the 20th. On the 20th. And then there was the Veterans March where I spoke on the 21st. I should play that. I think I'll play that. Where I spoke on the 21st. And then on the 22nd, we had, I think they said like 20,000. I think that's a big, I think it's an exaggeration. But there was over 10,000. 11, 12, I would say I could look at and say that surrounded the reflection pool, right, of the Lincoln Monument, that were there to support impeaching this entire regime. Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah. So the one thing that the world isn't seeing, because the news has been bought and has knelt down to the Orange King, and it's all about money, and is afraid of him taking their money and their ventures and their mergers. Everybody except Rachel Maddow. But the one thing the world doesn't see, if you get to see this, like when this replays, I'm putting it up tomorrow after, this is just for us family members and Patreon members. But when this goes out tomorrow, if you see this world, you need to know that there are millions of people that are against this. There is more of us than there is of them. Not every Republican is MAGA, right? They no longer. If you voted for it, you are. Don't get it twisted. But there are those who decided that I can't vote for this. I've been a Republican all my life. I still think you're dead wrong. I think that's the reason why we're here, is because of the ideas of this bootstrap crap. But I also know that you didn't do it because of you still had good faith. Your argument was made in good faith, not in hatred and this other shit that we're dealing with, this MAGA stuff, right? I found out that there are millions of Americans looking out on that sea of people. It reminded me of looking at the black and white pictures of the "I Have a Dream" speech. Right?
It was that historic of an event. Yeah.
It was that historic, and it was just that. It was at the same place, the sea of people. It was just amazing, and not one news reporter covered it. Could you imagine having a sea of people that big? That I don't know if you guys have ever been to Washington, D.C. It was my first time, but that reflection pool is not small. Like, you can't catch the grandeur of it on a camera. It is giant. It is huge. It's big. It's 2 football fields long, and it's surrounded by nothing but people. It was thousands of people. Can you imagine something that big happening in Washington, D.C., and a camera not being there? The only people there were independent media. So if you're watching out there, world, they don't want to show you the pushback because they know that that is how you beat authoritarianism. You have to stand up to it. You cannot consent. You have to show that there's no consent for this. And so they're just not showing you, but it's here. The protests. There was also the 7 million. Not how many? Wasn't it 7 million?
Yeah, 7 million No Kings rally.
No Kings.
Maybe
So that's the silver lining of this year. As we go down the list of horrors, there's many more. But the silver lining, for those of you who woke up like I did the day after we re-elected the guy who destroyed us the first time, I thought this country is a piece of shit.
Well, there's some people here are, that's for sure.
Yeah, and some people are.
But yeah, there's more of us than there is of them.
Right, but realizing that, and really, I never said it like that. I've never, but deep down inside, that next day I woke up, I was numb. It took me a while. And then, of course, because of who I am, you know, I think I came back and I had the video with my son, and we started that day. Me and Laura started that day. We're no longer going to do the news of the day. We're going to be the Resistance Hub. Everything has to change. We're not doing Thank Ganja, It's Friday anymore. We're not. We changed up everything to be the hub of resistance.
And we teamed up, fortunately, like pretty quick with Sons of Liberty.
And
that was just perfect.
Absolutely perfect. And that is the protest. That is the silver lining of all of this. Of all of this stuff is being able to come out of it knowing that, yeah, this happened before, it'll happen again. It's called humanity. But if we want to call ourselves great, the amount of people who stand up and the protests that have been shown will be the thing that allows us to call us that, will be the thing that allows us to say that. Check this out.
Our next speaker is a Scottish-American veteran, Army veteran. Go Army. You hear that, Matt? In addition to being an indie filmmaker, he's the founder of Sons of Liberty, a progressive organization which has been steadily enraging MAGA fuckface ass clowns since 2015. Sorry, that's in their mission statement.
That's the mission statement.
You may know him from YouTube as Angry Veteran Big Sarge. Give it up for Tim Andrew.
It's a lot of people. I've also got with me Drill Sergeant Doug, who if you've watched our live stream, you've seen Doug. from political drain. We also, as one of the Sons of Liberty admins. Talk louder? Okay. Thank you. I'm here in D.C. this week doing my part to help the Removal Coalition bring awareness to Donald Trump's many crimes and misdeeds, many of which you've seen firsthand in news reports and on television. Trump's association with sex traffickers and pedophiles should be grounds for impeachment if Congress had any intestinal fortitude. But considering how many sex offenders are in the guardians of pedophiles and how flaccid and limp the establishment Democrats are, I think you all understand why it falls to American citizens to force them to act. But I'm not actually here to talk about Donald Trump being a rapist or to talk about Donald Trump lusting after his own daughter at the age of 16. I am not here to talk about Trump's verifiable associations with convicted pedophile and sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein, nor Epstein's girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell. And Melania. I'm here to talk to the countless veterans and to the troops actively serving right now, whether active duty, reserve, or National Guard. I enlisted in 1994. I understand that oath was 30 years ago now. I said I wouldn't swear, but fuck, I'm old. The mission has not changed in all that time. The oath has not changed. You still swear your oath to the Constitution. You still swear to defend the nation against all enemies, foreign and domestic. So remember your oath. Remember the massive amount of disrespect shown to our nation's veterans and fallen warriors. The amount of disrespect shown by one man, Donald Trump. A man who stood on a fallen warrior's grave at Arlington, thumbs up and a shit-eating grin for a campaign photo op. A man who denigrated prisoners of war in Vietnam, a war that he dodged 5 times. A man who refused to visit the graves of our fallen because it was raining and he didn't want to get his comb over wet. A man who has called our fallen warriors suckers and losers for fighting a war. A man whose administration has stripped the VA of its ability to care for us. A man whose billionaire oligarch cronies are running a spin campaign claiming that we're a bunch of thieves abusing the VA claim system. That was Project 2025 playbook. So if you didn't see that one coming, sorry. This is a man whose administration has forcibly and illegally deported veterans of color who were actually allowed to be here or were even born here. A man whose administration seeks to get rid of soldiers who are gay, who are trans, who don't obey him explicitly. Black soldiers who can't shave, women. He may not come after you today, but you can soon be next. This man is not a leader. This man is a coward and a hate monger. He is not fit to be king because he's not even fit to be president. I know it, and you all know it. He needs to go, and Congress needs to get him out of office. I do not lose good soldiers like Specialist Jameson Linscott or Sergeant First Class Alwyn Cash for this bullshit. I didn't lose good friends like Gunnery Sergeant Joshua Bordenero or Master Sergeant Rob Carter to suicide for this bullshit. So to the men and women who swore the same oath as us, hear me now. We are not your enemies. You did not sign up to do police call and area beautification in American cities, and you did not sign up to help the American Gestapo. Remember your oath. And because I believe in taking action, what I want to urge all of you to do is go out and vote. Get involved in your local communities. Get involved in politics. If you can run for office, do so. I'm going to turn it over to Doug for a second.
Impeach! Remove! Convict! Impeach! Remove! Convict! Impeach!
from your early days in boot camp. That's what this sounds like. I was invited up here by a great man. This man right here. I really would not be here if it wasn't for him. I wouldn't be doing any of these things if it wasn't for him. This group of Sons of Liberty has given me a platform that I wouldn't have had before. But I don't have a speech written. I was just invited. But I do have a speech that's been kind of boiling up in my heart since January, I think. And one of the points that has been boiling in my heart is they don't have the numbers. They don't have the numbers. There is more of us than there is of them. I will not allow these cankled, orange, ridiculous traitors to our nation, to our families, to our people, to make me fear a goddamn thing. I'll make it quick. I'll try. Another thing that's been boiling up that I didn't have to write down is yesterday when we went into those offices and we saw how easily it was to turn the knob and just walk inside. And you see that they're unafraid because they're not used to people coming to see them anymore. You see that the decisions that they've made in Congress, they only do it because they feel like they can. They only do it because they feel like it's comfortable to ride home afterwards. I say, let's not make it that comfortable for them to ride home afterwards. I say they should fear going to their cars, not violence, but the horde of people who are waiting on them to do their job. Impeach, remove, convict. Thank you.
That made me so damn proud.
I got it.
Yeah, that fired everybody up.
I still get a little fired up myself when I watch. I cannot lie.
You being a drill sergeant?
Yeah. It's funny how quickly I hadn't planned. Obviously, I didn't plan anything. I just went up there and I was like, I'll make something happen.
You are one hell of an extemporaneous speaker.
You know what? I didn't know. I had the confidence that I could do it because I knew that there's just too much to talk about. But I was not expecting to go straight into drill sergeant mode. As soon as I got a microphone in my hand. I don't know what happened, but that thing came up. And in the back of my mind was all of you here, right? And you out there for watching. That's why I do this. That's why I've always done this. Laura, you know my heart more than anybody else here.
The Drain Fam, yes, and we expanded our Drain Fam this pretty quickly after January 2.
Yeah. That after that inauguration, like we started to grow a little bit more after the election, but after that inauguration, people were looking for somewhere for some sort of hope, some sort of fight, somewhere to go, and I'm glad they found the ones who found us did, and there's a lot more out there that need it. So all of us here, including you guys watching, our job is to bring them into the fold, is to spread the word, go find them. Yeah,
They've been given plenty of off ramps.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Here's the last one, guys. Epstein's the last off ramp.
I think, for some reason,
I mean,
not only Epstein. Well, Epstein was like the big one, but I kind of knew. I made a video about it. I was like, you know, it's only a matter of time before they find the excuse or the reason. And so said, so done. When Laura Ingraham was like, well, you know, they're not really pedophiles. They're like barely legal. Like, you know,
That wasn't Ingraham. That was
Megyn
Megyn
Kelly.
Kelly.
Megyn Kelly. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
she decided let's start splitting hairs now.
Yeah. And it's not even splitting hair. 17 is splitting hairs. She said barely legal at 15.
I mean, they kept Matt Gaetz around because he was, you know, was only a 17-year-old or
Oh
something.
my God. It's so
Remember
good.
he how close he came to being the TA?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it
or whatever.
And then as soon as that happened, all of a sudden, all of the reports came out and the investigations, they were like, oh, listen, if you do this, all this report stuff is coming out. And immediately when they found out that, okay, well, this is going to be televised or people going to actually have to read what's in these reports, they're like, he was like, no, you know what? I'm done. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go to TV now. Like, I'm just going to leave Congress altogether. I'm out. All right, so it is 8:34, guys. I have a feeling we probably can go till 9, which means we probably have to be rapid fire with the rest of this stuff. I'm sorry, Laura. I always do this.
No problem. But I mean, you're talking about off ramps. If it's not Epstein, maybe it'll be the land war in Venezuela.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what the hell? There's plenty of them.
I mean, he started off with his threats to Canada and Greenland and everybody else, and then whoop.
The problem is Venezuela has brown people. America has, and this isn't just Trump, America has proven that the way we approach war or the way we approach violence when it comes to white countries with mostly whites or countries with mostly people of color are two vastly different things.
True.
We threaten Greenland and Canada. We threaten all of them, everybody in the world by now. But when it comes to Afghanistan, when it comes to Kuwait, I remember Iraq, when it comes to Iran, when it comes to Palestine, and when it comes to Venezuela, we have no problem. We have no problem killing, destroying, taking. There's no threats. All the threats that are offered to countries that are mostly white will not be offered to you if you are a brown country. So yeah, we went there. We're there now. And if he actually went through with the blockade, it is an act of war.
They took another tanker today. Did I hear?
Yeah, they took another tanker today.
Well, thankfully, the economy is not an off ramp anymore because that's a Democratic hoax. So the economy is fine.
I kept saying, wait till Thanksgiving, wait till Christmas when it hits home. And it has hit home for a while now. And it's still, I mean, they got real upset over Jimmy Kimmel, you know, but.
Yeah, so, but when you threaten them with the almighty dollar, you notice Kimmel came back.
Immediately. That's another thing.
That's where the power's at.
That is where the power is at. People, if you don't hear anything else, remember, Target, Jimmy Kimmel, all the times that were actually used a unified money approach to protest, you win. Because in a capitalist nation, the people who have money are more powerful than the president himself. Period.
Take a tip from Canada.
Boycott the hell out of everything. Except your small businesses, small local businesses. Shop your ethnic grocers if you have them.
No,
I'll tell you what.
Right now is a good time for everyone just to save their money. Don't spend it.
Yeah.
Just don't spend it. It'll spend later.
Maybe. Depending on how far the dollar drops.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry.
I mean, let's not even go into World War II and hyperinflation, and
listen,
we can wallpaper our house with dollar bills.
Now,
Trump coins.
Trump coins. Now's the time you wish that Danny was around, because what's going to be more important than money will be food, gardening, bartering, chickens, eggs, right? Material goods, and services and crafts. What can you do? What can you make?
Medicine.
Right, medicine. That's a harder one.
Alcohol, that might fall under medicine.
Happy, still.
Maybe probably want maple syrup.
Yes. Stuff will keep you warm. You know what I mean? The indigenous peoples use maple syrup to keep warm, to warm people up who are frostbitten or hypothermic.
There you go. There you go. So I don't know. I think there was a challenge between California wine and Canadian maple syrup.
Yeah. Oh boy, check it out. Check out Doug Ford and Mark Carney press conference the other day.
Oh, let's do it. I got you. Doug Ford and Mark Carney press conference.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, this should be good.
The banker and the bulldog.
I can't tell. I keep forgetting.
Doug
Ford is like good and or bad. Like,
I don't know. He's like a mix of both. I can't stand the man, and he does some really awful things. And
sometimes he seems like one of the weirder right wingers, and then sometimes he's like.
Well, I do like his fighting spirit, but his where he aims it has been questionable in the past. But as long as he's aiming it, he's like a little cannon. As long as we aim him in the right direction.
As long as he's aiming it at us, it's okay. You can say that. I understand. Listen, we're all used to you hating on America. It's
hating. Trying to smack some sense into you.
The tables will change someday. When all this is done, we're gonna go back to laughing at the nice guys. We're gonna go back to that.
It's a bargain.
That was the best ad that's ever been run. 12.4 billion views. We wanted to bring it to the attention of the American people. And be very frank, it was President Trump. If he didn't comment on it, rather than 12.4 billion views, it might be 12.4 people viewing it. But in saying that, our intention was to bring it to the attention of the American people through the greatest president that ever lived. That was Ronald Reagan. Protectionism does not work. We're their number one customer. They're our number one customer. We need to work together. We need to put that AmCan fortress together, and we're going to be stronger. It's as simple as that. President Trump came out the first day and said, if I was Canada, I'd run the ad too. And a little bird whispered in his ear, and the next day things changed. You know something? I'm in a very different position than Prime Minister. I respect the Prime Minister. He has to sit in front of President Trump. It's easy for me to sit back and say that, and it's a lot more difficult when you're the front line guy that's negotiating with him. That's how I feel. We did it at a fraction of a cost, and my goodness, it got people's attention. Simple as that. So it was a great ad.
Just follow up, Premier, since.
Where do you want me to play all of this, or is there other?
There was another spot where he made Carney's. Carney made a lot of faces. I don't know if it's in this clip or not, but yeah.
So I saw. Let's take a look.
It was a great ad.
Number one.
All right, so
that was the best ad that's ever been run. 12.4 billion views. We wanted to bring it to the attention of the American people. 12.4 billion views. We wanted to bring it to the attention of the American people.
Greetings.
I love it. All right, let's see what else we could get. Hey man, Carney is he's hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know if people have noticed, like he's got that super dry humor. I've laughed at him many a time since you've been.
CTV News. I wanted to ask you something, just to be clear, based on the number of interviews you've done recently. Is it your view that if Premier Ford had not launched that ad in the United States, that sectoral tariffs would be lower right now?
It was the case that we were close to an agreement. We didn't get that agreement. The terms of that agreement, from our perspective, are still on the table. The U.S. has not picked up that part of the negotiation.
Well, number one, that was the best ad that's ever been run. 12.4 billion views. We wanted to bring it to the attention of the American people. And be very frank, it was President Trump. If he didn't comment on it, rather than 12.4 billion views, it might be 12.4 people viewing it.
Wait, am I getting this right, Laura?
Yeah,
Are they blaming the ad for Trump keeping the high tariffs? Can you hear me? Am I talking?
Yeah.
Is that what's happening here? Are they trying to say that the ad, because of that ad, tariffs would be down or less or something like that? Because that's what it seems like. I see like they're asking, that's the questions that they're asking here. I hope they're not trying to act like Trump hasn't backed out on every single thing that they've done well before that.
But in saying that, our intention was to bring it to the attention of the American people.
All right. I have some things to say about some claims made by Doug Ford there. I also have some things to say about Mark Carney, and asked Doug Ford about it.
Prime Minister Carney kind of made a face when you said it was the greatest ad ever.
It was.
I'll maybe get him to weigh on that as well. But by not backing down, are you putting your own interests ahead of people?
Guys. Another smug point for Canada. I got to give it to him. Who is this reporter, man? This guy is awesome. He's right there. He's like, yo, by the way, he just made a face at you. And what I'm going to do is get him to comment on it. CNN, please take note. This is how you do it. These guys got balls of steel, man.
Well, in the sector?
In what sector? I believe you just can't roll. You can't. I'm in a different position. I'm not speaking for the Prime Minister. I'm speaking for the people of Ontario. We're getting hit the most out of any single province in this entire country. He's attacking our steel industry, attacking our automotive sector, attacking our manufacturing, our pharmaceutical, our life sciences. I'm not going to sit back and roll over and not fight back.
Doug Ford's response here, I think, is at least partly why he's able to continue to get by despite all of the massive scandals, huge waste of money, and complete disaster that he has been for the province of Ontario. It's because in press conferences like this, when he talks to the media, he comes off as somebody who is relatable.
There you go. All right.
That's kind of why we call him the Canada's Trump, because, he's been involved in his own lot of crap. Yeah. He's a polite Canadian Trump.
I think
so polite, but
I don't know about polite, but he seems he when he says it's the best commercial ever in history, like, okay, I'm not sure if that is that's very Trumpian. It's like this.
Well, actually, it is the best Canadian, slam commercials. I mean,
it's a good commercial.
There's a lot of qualifiers there. He was like, "This is the best commercial in history." I'm like, wait a minute. What do you do to qualify it? How do you know this? What does that mean? Did it sell something? I'm not sure. Like, if it's doing, I don't know. I've seen some pretty cool M&M's commercials I liked. I'm not sure what you're talking about. But yeah, that's definitely Trumpian. I like that. That's hilarious. What do we got next? Where were we? Oh yeah, Venezuela.
Oh yeah, Venezuela.
Oh man.
Well, backtrack if we're covering. I'm sorry, I'm talking over somebody. Backtrack a bit if we're talking about all the other shit that went down with the Saudis and the plane and the trip to Alaska and all that stuff. Are we going to fit that in?
Yeah, we didn't talk about the red carpet for Putin, where Trump actually was meandering around on his own carpet as he walked out the plane, which leads us to talk about dementia. He's dying. He is cankled. All of that good stuff. We just put it all in one. Here's a synopsis of those things that we didn't talk about, people. I got it for you. The dark side has taken hold of Emperor Palpatine. He is decaying in front of our eyes in a cankled orange mass of skin cells left attached to a pea bag. And the number one benefactor of this cankled orange mass of skin cells attached to a pea bag is Vladimir Putin, who was given the red carpet in Alaska to tell Trump he needs to attack Venezuela because Venezuela buys all of their weapons from Russia, and Russia is being sanctioned, so they're broke. That is the synopsis of that whole story.
They gave Brazil land equipment for tanks and stuff.
Yeah, they get all of their land equipment. The biggest, Russia's, first of all, their biggest buyer is Venezuela, and Venezuela only buys their land equipment, their land war equipment from Russia.
Right. So
and
they
what
buy equipment, then they get money. Sounds like the Iran-Contra thing all over. Is Ali Nuff going to come back and take the start on this one?
Yeah.
What's Ali doing?
I don't know. Doug Ford says that Reagan is the best president ever. So, I mean, you know, it. I think so. When did North have to get? He finally got his comeuppance during the first Bush presidency, right? Years afterward, after the Contra.
Around 1985, I think, or 86.
It was still during Reagan, something like that. All right, well, yeah, that's what's happening. It's we're being played by Russia to start a war, and it's because we can't just go bomb them and have them start an actual ground war. Trump has been doing everything he can to have Venezuela be the one to say this is war, right? So he starts by showing force and showing up on their shores, and then he escalates to murdering people on the high seas in fishing boats, and then when that doesn't do it, he now just, what did you say, Al? Like he's on the
oil tankers,
his second oil tanker now.
Yeah.
Close the airspace.
Closing the airspace.
Is this not the same strategy he always uses, though? He wanted to let Derek Chauvin out only to cause chaos. Think about it.
Yes.
Because he wants someone to act so that he can react. Well, even though he was really wanting to act, it looks like he's reacting.
Right. That's exactly it.
I mean, it's the same. It's same, but in a different
They
spot.
provoked me. They started it. I had to.
Yeah, I had to. I had no choice. My hands were tied.
Because he's a marketer. He realizes that there's something called manufacturing consent. He's not very good at it because he's a spoiled, entitled brat, which is why all of his businesses failed. But the only thing that still was worth anything was the name, the Golden Trump name, the marketing side of it, right?
Right.
The image.
The image.
Yeah.
The image. The same reason why our soldiers are in front of shopping malls and not in the hood where they could supposedly stop violence, right? Or not in the trailer parks where they could supposedly stop violence and drugs. Where they are is in front of shopping malls and airports because
And it's
the
all of
image
it.
is we're strong. Look at our soldiers.
Pete Hegseth looks the part, so he must be a great commander too. Oh, help us.
You know what? For the rundown, we could talk about the ballroom and resignations,
Yeah.
but I will say this. For some reason, when Trump talked about the actor and director that died,
Rob Reiner.
Yeah, Reiner. Rob Reiner, right?
Yes.
Hey,
For
let
some
me
reason-
interject real quick. I didn't know he was Meathead till he died.
Oh, this Meathead.
I didn't know that, man. I felt like an ass. Anyway, sorry.
I knew somewhere in the back of my head, but I'm not really that guy who knows, much about TV or celebrity or
I
anything like
remember
that.
it all too well.
That's
Yeah,
because you're all too young.
I did know that. Well, even now,
It
it's
was groundbreaking, though, that show, really was.
if it's not Star Trek, I probably don't know it. I don't know names. I don't know who the stars are. That's just never been my thing. But I do know that many people loved him. But for some reason, I was not expecting the reaction that we got. Of course, we knew that Trump was going to say something horrible and stupid because that's all he's ever done, especially when it comes to people, violent situations. He revels in it. He loves it. He makes fun of it, and he spits on it.
Violence and chaos.
For some reason, this time when he did that, his fan base said, "No, this isn't right." Now, one theory, because everybody's broke, all that shit isn't funny anymore. That's one. The second theory is after Charlie Kirk, they have to now prove that they're not the violent ones, and they would never do that, right? We wouldn't be the one, even though we know that that's what he does after every mass shooting, after every time a right winger does something to a left wing politician or political. Well, Nancy, what's her name? Nancy Pelosi's husband, the Michigan student or Minnesota,
Right.
shooting.
He
Melissa.
says, like, what was it? The very first accident, aviation, before the fire was even put out on the way. What was it? DEI.
DEI.
I mean, damn.
I mean, and everybody loves it, but because everybody's broke, and everybody was trying to get on this high horse from Charlie Kirk. For this time, whatever it was, he's not getting away with it. He gets away with it, but
my 2 cents too on that. I think also it happened on an extraordinarily horrendously bloody weekend.
yes,
All of those things that happened in that
Yep.
time span, and also, unfortunately, he is a star. He's a celebrity that was that died at the hands of his son and his wife too, of course, and the daughter found him. The whole thing was awful.
Yeah.
But he's somebody that everybody knew of in one way or another, whether it was Meathead or all of the movies that he produced and directed. He was in the culture so deeply, even if indirectly people felt that. And it's a sad state of affairs to say when a celebrity means more than all these thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of lives that ordinary people lead. It's something about that.
We think
and the fact of who actually did it versus him wanting to put it out there, and if it's vague enough, you can believe it, right?
Yeah. The other part of that is the fact that it wasn't vague enough. You're right. So
it was pretty obvious what happened. You can't really.
I mean, but even then, it's like my bar is so low. Like I don't think that they would have cared. But there was just whatever it was a culmination of everything at the right moment. And they're losing. He's losing them. That's why he came out with that deranged speech, speaking 100 miles an hour for 18 minutes, the first time in his life in front of a microphone where he didn't meander for 3 hours.
Well, he also okayed that Vanity Fair release. I don't know if that was expected to be dropped then, or if they put it out. I don't know, but that happened around the same time, and that didn't really even do the trick. We're still mad at him, so
yeah,
you still hate him. So he had to go out there and do that rapid fire shit and yell at people for hating him.
It was absolutely hilarious, but it does lead to the point that whatever the reason is, he's losing them.
Yep.
Resignations are happening every day. Mike Little Johnson is losing his grip on the House. Republicans, like the worst of the worst, including Space Laser Neanderthal, has left the building. People who are normally loud MAGA are quiet. At the end of this year, despite all of the bad things, despite everything that led up to here, where we are, we can take a little bit of solace while we take these 2 weeks, people, and spend time with our families and enjoy the holidays. That he's losing. The tide is turning. It doesn't mean things are going to get better before they get worse. That's quite the opposite. But it does mean that he's going to have to be doing these things from now on without the consent of the people, which means we have the chance to stop it faster than we would have otherwise. He will not manufacture consent for another war, even if we have one. But when a president goes to war without the consent of the people, it doesn't look good for him. It never ends well for them. He doesn't have the consent to be the bully that he was. ICE is losing power, and the people are waking up. So
he doesn't have the cards.
He doesn't have the cards. So I want to end just with that.
They don't have the numbers.
Take the deal.
What I'm going to do here is end on this note. Hopefully it's not too, I see it's 9 o'clock now, so we'll just go, this is how we're going to end it, people. Despite everything we got, that's the rundown for the year. But right at the end of the year, we got a little bit of a saving grace here. Right at the end of the year, Santa's coming to give a little bit of good news, coming to deliver some good news, people. And this is it.
Oh, it's definitely a better feeling.
America, affordable food prices, and peace in Ukraine. Indivisible Tulsa County co-leader Susan Young explained why the organization felt the need to speak out Saturday afternoon.
The economy needs to improve, the affordability thing, although the administration doesn't really like us talking
That's
about
enough. The point is, the most important part of this story was the people protesting at Home Depot and people protesting Apple, because the oligarchy, the people who make the money to make this entire country run because it's a capitalistic system, whether you like it or not, are the ones who have more power than even the president. It's the reason why I just showed another video about Donald Trump needing $250 million from Marion Adelson and the dark money that's propping up this government of indecency. The truth is, no matter how hard things get, and they're going to get harder, that approval rating, that number, as well as the coverage in Oklahoma are responsive to the consistent and continuous and out loud protest monetarily on the streets, with signs, and in the home of us, of all of us. It's going to take a long time. I say that that national strike is getting closer. Huh? When people are saying that, well, Home Depot needs to stop these ICE raids. How the hell can they do it? Well, because there's something instinctively inside all of us Americans that know that the moneyed interest, the people who own that property have a much larger say than a million of us. But they don't have that say without the million of us. That's it. That's the point. There are things that need to be done. And it's a long time past going to the park and putting up a protest sign. It did what it had to do. The conversation has moved forward. The networks have been made at those parks. Now it's time for directed action. Directed action. Where are you going? To Fox News? Get there. Where's your protest? If you got 1 million people, don't meet in the park. Meet at Home Depot. Meet at the Apple Store. Meet at the oil fields in Texas. What's happening is the past year has been a training ground for those of us who care about this country enough to fight for it, to be real patriots, the actual meaning of the word. The actual meaning of the word, those who dissent from authoritarian rule, those who pick up picket signs and go forth and put your bodies on the line, and it has not been for nothing. That's the point. It's going to take more time. It won't happen tomorrow. And we still can't do that national strike because you're not ready. You're not ready. Knowing that you're not ready, but knowing that they're failing, knowing that the coverage is being picked up in Oklahoma, knowing that Home Depot is going to feel the stint and Apple, knowing that we can get Jimmy Kimmel back on are the steps to where we need to be. And the story I have for you is last night there was a bonfire? Y'all white folks crazy, man. In a poor black neighborhood, and it's not all black. I mean, it's pretty mixed here. Some neighbors came to the door, knocked on it a few weeks ago, and said we're holding a bonfire on the 19th. And I said, I'm there, as long as ain't no Trump supporters coming, huh? I put it out there because there's no more room for error. But yeah, they seem right. The beanie in the backpack let me know that they're all right. I went there. I found out that there's neighbors who have entire gardens. There's neighbors who have chickens. There's neighbors who do financing and can teach economics. We have neighbors that do music. I have neighbors that do therapy. Everything that we needed to be a community and start the bartering system. We can get eggs. We can get fruits. We got fruit trees too. You can get education. You can get a carpool started. Last night, I went to the bonfire because white folks love the fire. And I say that with love. I say that to be funny, but with love. Because I found out and I found the people and started the text messages and got the list of numbers to start policing my community, to start engaging my community again. We've got the cans ready. I told you about that. Who's going to do the babysitting? Who's going to do the carpooling? Who's going to do the policing? ICE is around. That's what's up. I can take a kid to the school if they're going to the school to arrest people. As long as you make sure that you give me that good education. You give me that good education. Teach me how to farm. Teach me how to farm like Danny does right here in Political Drain. I want to see where that fruit tree is. And God damn it, if you got eggs because you got chickens, let me get some of those eggs. And what I'll do is maybe trade it for drum lessons. Or maybe I have some canned goods that you need. Maybe there's a stockpile. And when we're ready for that full national strike, there are people who won't be able to do it because they're poor. My wife was laid off. But I'm hoping that we're doing enough things entrepreneurially to where we'll still be all right. It's tough right now. But the point is, we will have enough cohesion so that the people who can't leave work will also be supported by the people who can. And when the people who make that decision to make that sacrifice and jump off the porch and do leave work, they can be supported by a community that has been putting in the work and won't need Home Depot or Apple. You can do this. It'll take time, but it's working. Look at the screen. That's why I left it there. It's working. Approval is down. Companies are feeling the pinch. More and more people are getting around to the idea that maybe we can do this, whatever this is. It might be different in your community, but last night I found out that it can be done in mine. Maybe you hold a bonfire. Maybe after you put down the picket sign because you're out there with me in DC, which still needs to be done. You pick up an extra couple dollars worth of canned goods, and you find out who else knows how to grow a tree or two. Or maybe you put a little bit of extra gas in your tank so you can carpool for the next person. Or maybe you teach a security class because you're a vet and you know how to handle a weapon. It's coming. It's not easy. It's not fun, but it's fulfilling. My community will be ready, but it's not going to end like a fairy tale or with a vote in 2026. These are just steps that we have to take. We are going to do that in 2026, but I guarantee you, when we come together, we're unstoppable. The time to fight is now.
Whoa.
That's how I want to leave
Awesome.
this rundown. Thank you all for being here.
Yeah,
Love you, fam.
you're the most inspiring.
When you
person
say
I know.
7 o'clock, when you
So
say 7
proud.
o'clock, what time is that? What time zone?
Eastern.
Okay. That's why I showed up at 7 o'clock Central.
Oh,
I'm West Coast. And I go with the flow.
you were right on time, man. It's all good.
That's actually me, fashionably late.
Yeah, see, I like it. I like
Always
it.
Great having both you and Mac on the stream, and
Lots
Michelle,
of fun.
as always, a treat. Danny was busy fighting Costco crowds, I think, for some
Yeah.
last minute things. But I'm so proud to be part of this whole team and this whole movement from my smug little corner of Canada.
It takes everybody. The whole world is watching.
It takes us all, yeah. So happy Yule, happy solstice, everyone, and tomorrow we fight.
Yep.
Oh, hey, I got to change that. I found out that in Washington, D.C., nobody understood it. They always kept saying tomorrow. What's tomorrow? And so now,
The fight is tonight. Okay.
starting January. Ooh, what's this?
I don't know. I was just playing around with the buttons, and I was like, "Well, what's that? What's this
I like
do?"
it. I like that. So this is it.
It pops.
I want that on my hat.
Rights is right.
So we're moving from tomorrow we fight to in January. The new phrase is the time to fight is now.
It's now.
Perfect.
Uh-huh.
Have a good
Yeah.
one, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Enjoyed it.
One. Thanks to all our chatters and viewers in the future.
All right, I gotta go watch the Bears beat the Packers now.
All right.
All right.
All
Bye,
right,
everybody.
take care.